Dear students, in the last part we have learned what are the significant figures and how to find out the number of significant figures in the given number, and in this part we have to learn how to combine the errors. That is, errors singse akoina kamaina pujanagadage kamaina combine tawudage haibagi maramda sigi part da ngasi discuss tawsi. Firstly, let us take an example, say area of a rectangle. So in order to find out area of the rectangle, we have to measure the length and breadth of that rectangle. So generally area equal to length into breadth. Here L represents length and B represents breadth. So while measuring length and breadth of the rectangle, there may be some errors. Suppose delta L represents error in length and delta B represents error in breadth. The question is, what will be the error in the result? That is area. Area of rectangle putoke haragadi magi length and breadth measure tawdini. Ado length ka breadth ka measure to matamda asoiba error kara thorakpa yai length ka breadth ka da. Ado sidala is delta L ga delta B ga absolute error. Koi last class to define tawre absolute error in length sina absolute error in breadth tuni. Ado itadi area da yawudaba errors there combine to with the length ka breadth ka delta L ga delta B ga plus to withdraw minus to withdraw divide to withdraw into to withdraw haiba kainoma question number arise tawre. So in order to combine errors in the result, that is the final result, we have to apply some rules. So here we have to discuss what are the rules in order to find out or in order to combine two or more errors. So the first rule is, when the result involves either addition or subtraction of two observed or measured quantities, then the resultant absolute error in the result should be equal to sum of the absolute errors in the observed quantities. Result physical quantity ama atopa physical quantity anigi either addition or subtraction tinjanaba yai natragana minus ko subtraction toba yai adu itadi kasai resultant physical quantity du yawadaba sagi absolute error se kariga manage bu akoina measure tobuda phangiba observed quantity ani to the yauriba absolute error ani to sum tobuneba. For example, suppose x represents result. Result means a physical quantity. X equal to a plus minus b. A plus b or a minus b. Either addition or subtraction. X say a plus b natragana a minus b a equal to a bar plus minus delta a. Sigi a bar is the true value of measured value a ni aduga plus minus delta a is na absolute error in observed quantity small a. Sigi a zigi magi asem value na a bar later aduga sigi plus minus delta a is na magi a zigi absolute error ni. Similarly, second observed quantities na b higher b equal to b bar plus minus delta b. Here b represents true value of this observed quantity b and delta b represents absolute error in b. Now consider is a ga b is na two observed quantities ni aduga x na result kawi. Say for area area height are na length into breadth height. So in this case area is equivalent to x, L is equivalent to a and b is equivalent to b. See the breadth na b ga mane lobu yai, length na e ga mane lobu yai, area na x ne lobu never. Adu this gi form the into ni na koina plus we yai that perimeter gum lobu yai ko perimeter of rectangle gum da na perimeter height are suppose p height are, suppose p represents perimeter of rectangle, then perimeter height are the twice length plus twice breadth height. Aduna see perimeter involve addition of two observed quantities, that is twice length and twice breadth. And see form the later the perimeter the lagadaba errors absolute errors kari ga managa de bu sum of the absolute errors in length and breadth length yaw ba absolute error duga breadth yaw ba absolute error duga ani dugi tinjana ba do perimeter da legada ba error oigani in haibani sigi means ko aduna karigumba result se x se observed quantity ani tinjana ba natakana khaidokna ba subtraction oiram targadi result ta yaw da ba magi absolute error je observed quantity ani du yaw ba absolute error do tinjana ba manani ba that is delta x represents absolute error in x, delta a represents absolute error in a, and delta b represents absolute error in b. Sigi rules when apply to uniform. Delta x equal to delta a plus delta b. Right? And rule number 2. So let us see rule number 2. When the result involve either multiplication or division of two observed quantities, then the relative or percentage error in the result should be equal to sum of relative or percentage errors in the observed quantities. Upon the result observed quantity anigi multiplication natragana division from the layraba say result se adu itardi result legada ba relative or percentage error absolute error nate relative or percentage error in the result se observed quantities ani de yauriba relative or percentage error ani dugi sum ga manane ba. Say example for example x equal to a into b. Here x represents result and it should be a physical quantity and it is equal to product of these two observed quantities small a and b, or a by b, a divided by b or a to b is x ka manaraba adu tardi x ta yagodaba relative error hai tare ko relative error in x ka ga managada hai tardi say generally denoted by delta x by a bar, where delta x represents relative error in x, delta bar x bar represents true value in x. Aduna relative error hai tardi magi absolute error the true value divide to budune koi last class discuss over it. Aduna delta x by a delta x divided by x bar represents relative error in the result, that is x, and this should be equal to this according to this rule number 2 relative error in a, that is delta a by a bar, plus relative error in b, that is delta b divided by b bar. Similarly, delta a is a absolute error in a. See in this case here generally a equal to a bar plus minus delta a. So I prepare the exam the question in the b is na b bar plus minus delta b never. See the a bar ga b bar is na true values of two observed quantities a and b की true value दुनी अदुगा delta a delta b is na absolute error in a and b ni और the सिगल is na relative error कभी बाकी absolute error da delta a da true value na divide तो तारी relative error in a तारे delta b absolute error da b bar true value na divide तो दी relative error in b तारे अदुना a da लेबर relative error का b da लेबर relative error का अनी जे किंजन नवजिना करी का माना बा relative error in the result, that is x the relative error ka badane. Then percentage error puthokya hargadi sidagi 100% multiply toron tarni, that is percentage error in x equal to relative error delta x by a x bar sida 100% multiply to biro tatragana percentage error in a plus percentage error in b hai bani sida is a percentage error puthokya su irai lai 100% multiply toron famani. Next come to rule number 3. When the result involve power of observed quantities or quantity, then relative or percentage error in the result should be equal to power times relative or percentage error in the observed quantity. So when the quantity has or quantities quantity ko. So when the result say when observed quantity to give power yorma. Say for example x equal to a to the power n has here n represents power of observed quantity a small a, and where a equal to a bar plus minus delta a. So the level is from the like true value plus minus delta a is my pair of the relative error in x, that is result of the relative error there delta x by x bar represent already, and this should be equal to power is a power is n in the power times relative error in observed quantity a by power to na E the over relative error to the multiply toro adu famane ko power times the relative error in observed quantity A. And similarly, percentage error in X should be equal to n delta A divided by A bar into 100%. 100 multiply to error loire sigi relative error the percentage error from high tardy. Aduna china example number 1. Example number 2 the koina sagi result say suppose if the result involve powers of 2 or more observed quantities, say example number 2 the x equal to a to the power say l b to the power m divided by c to the power n here small a b and c represents 3 observed quantities aduga l m n na powers of small a b and c respectively. What will be the relative or percentage error in the result x? X relative error might be the give high tardies my lakani. Then relative error in x should be equal to a power times the relative error in a power e power l in l times relative error in a my lakani plus b power di m in power times relative error in b is my pigani b bar plus c the labor relative error to give my power multiply to biro n delta c by c bar. Now when the result involve powers of 2 or more physical quantities, then relative error in the result should be equal to the sum of the power times the relative errors in the observed quantities. Then if you want to find out the percentage error in result, then simply you have to multiply by 100%. Percentage error to okay high 100 multiply to solo aduga percentage error from the. So next we have to try to solve numerical problems based on these rules. Sige rules say apply to kan the numerical problems kara try to solve those. Let us try to solve this numerical problem. The question is the length and breadth of a rectangle are L equal to 3 plus minus 0.5 meter and B that is breadth equal to 2 plus minus 0.1 meter respectively. Calculate perimeter and area of the rectangle. So we have to find out the area and perimeter of this rectangle from this given length and breadth, and by applying rules for combination of error. So first we have to write the given physical quantities. So here length equal to 3 plus minus 0.5 meter. Breadth is the period b equal to 2 plus minus 0.1 meter. So about 3 now we may write like this. 3 represents true value of length and 0.5 represents absolute error in length. It is delta L. So the 3 is na L bar ni aduga 0.5 is na delta L joining. Similarly 2 represents true value of breadth. Aduga 0.1 is na absolute error in breadth ni sila delta B is na 0.1 udiba aduga delta L is na 0.5, L bar is na 3, B bar is na 2 So first we have to find out perimeter. Perimeter height are the perimeter of rectangle the we may write like this. True value, actually it should be like this. True value of perimeter, that is P bar plus minus absolute error in perimeter, that is delta B, delta P. So we have to first we have to find out true value of perimeter. So perimeter की true value height आदि मागी general formula तो apply तो उतारे. Perimeter height आदि twice length plus twice breadth. So twice true value of perimeter height आदि true value of length लोगोनी true value of breadth लोग तारे. और twice true value of length plus twice true value of length. अकोई first अकोई यहाँ ना true value हम पुतोक देनी को P bar अदो next से delta P से मुझे पुतोक कदोई नहीं. और true value पुतोक के height आदि observed quantities the length and breadth are the true value to matter logo daba and so there is a L bar di 3 ni B bar na 2 later aduna L bar plus B bar that is 3 plus 2 la ne sigi twice length plus breadth di perimeter ki magi from la ni ko aduna twice 3 plus 5 that is 5 la di 2 into 5 10 meter tar Sigi 10 meter represents true value of perimeter neighbor. And next we have to find out absolute error in perimeter. Perimeter level absolute error putok seba. Sini ako na important what is it? Ako discuss na with how to find out absolute error in the result kaido. Ako perimeter yaw absolute error sa kamay putok kada gebo. Ado yung simatang do. So absolute error in perimeter, that is delta P equal to delta L plus delta B. Ako na side rule number 1 dahil ito. Perimeter di kari gamana re. Perimeter involve addition of two observed quantities, that is length and breadth. Length yaw ba absolute error duga, ay duga breadth yaw ba absolute error duga, ani dugi sum duga mana gato ini. Maram di perimeter ze maunde yaw ze my format yaw ze addition involve the ze. Ako na perimeter hay tadi twice length plus twice breadth hay sila ba plus sign ze ba ako na perimeter da involve the addition of two observed quantities. Aduna first rule to apply to ba ako na side discuss to ba ahan rule to. Aduna absolute error in perimeter kay manner ni absolute error in length plus absolute error in breadth. The absolute error in length is 0.5, absolute error in breadth is 0.1. Right? Given physical quantity they are aduna delta B is 0.6 lani. Aduna finally perimeter of rectangle equal to 10 plus minus 0.6 minus p the result say true value plus minus its absolute error. Sina perimeter gi magi final answer do ni sila. And next we have to try to find out area of rectangle. Next area equal to a bar plus minus delta a, and which is to be found out. Our area putuke hai tari sigi formula ni true value of area a bar plus minus absolute error in area delta a. So first we have to find out true value of area. Area is true value of height tari, true value of length into true value of breadth. By general formula ni, and the true value of length is 3. It is given, and true value of breadth is 2 later. And 3 into 2, that is 6 meter square. Area the meter square ni ko. Then how to find out absolute error in area? Area the level absolute error se kamay puto kada gebo. And area the karino mahon da kasai involved over si yemo. Addition involved over, subtraction involved over, multiplication la, division la have those yengani. Sila is a length into breadth. Area involved multiplication of two observed quantities. Then according to rule number 2, the high is a karigumba multiplication natragana division involved of the relative error in the result to result labor relative error do karigamanaba sum of the relative errors in the observed quantities havani. Aduna sida de akoina smile la ani relative error in area na la ani. Direct absolute error na lapo yaroi. Rule number 2 ki matungina relative error in area is equal to relative error in length plus relative error in breadth. So from this we can find out delta A. Sila ki delta A puto kadong nebo. Now delta L di karga manare masaya koi ki given physical quantities da delta L di 0.5. True value of length is 3. Delta B na 0.1. True value of breadth na 2. Now A bar na 6 layer. See true value of area. Now delta A is puto pa yarne. Now delta A height di si layer 0.5 by 3 plus 0.1 by 2 into A bar la. A bar 6 in the low sida. Aduga sige bracket open tawro. Bracket open tawro kanda 3 ga 6 ka cancel tawna di 2 layer ni 2 into 0.5 sila ya. Aduga 2 ga 6 ka cancel tawri 3 layer ni 0.1 into 3. 0.5 into 2 di 1 tare, 0.1 into 3 di 0.3 tare, 1 plus 0.3 1.3 tare. Area of the rectangle should be written like this: true value of area, that is 6 plus minus its absolute error, that is 1.3. So the final area of the rectangle should be like this: 6 plus minus 1.3 meter square.